Elias, Hanna, a retired Lebanese army general, now a senior lecturer on strategy, geopolitics and history of Lebanon at the American University of Beirut. Elias, always we appreciate your time. Are you surprised that in the 8th month of the conflict there is still heavy face-to-face fighting happening between Israeli soldiers and Hamas members?
No, we predicted what's going to happen because, when you have this imbalance of power, or the balance of power is totally in the Israeli army favor, so you have to design a different kind of strategy and tactics. Now what is happening in Gaza is the tactics really dominates everything, dominates the operational level as well as the strategic level. So the Israelis, they're sometimes achieving tactical successes, but this cumulative of these successes is not really leading to some strategic gains. Why? Because maybe Netanyahu has put some unachievable political goals to destroy all of Hamas, infrastructure and commanders, and then change the Gaza Strip for something different. Why? Because there is no political window. And here comes the quote from Sun Tzu: when you fight an enemy, you have to give him like the golden bridge. You have to give him an outway outside. But to say that there is nothing, total victory, so you are obliging and making your enemy to fight to the end. And this is what's happening.
What about this promised ground invasion of Rafah? Is it possibly being delayed because of the problems that you've just described? That possibly the Israeli military is saying to the Prime Minister, look, we're not sure exactly how to go about achieving your aims.
I think that this attack, the Israelis are using and engaging two brigades, the 401, which is armored, and then the Giva'ati, which is like motorized infantry. They are going by steps and phases. Now, the first phase was to go into Rafah till reaching the Salah ad-Din road, 8 to 10 square kilometers. Now they are going beyond Salah ad-Din, and the total surface area is around 40 kilometers. I think that they are trying to achieve the control of the Philadelphia corridor, not going into the urban areas in order to please the Americans. So we are seeing like an operation that is more than limited and less than a total war in order to please the Americans and achieve it by phases and phases.
One of the big concerns of the Americans is how American heavy bombs are used in populated areas. Elias, what have you made over the past months of how Israel has been using its heaviest weaponry? There are veterans of the Iraq War, Americans, who say when they were bombing places of Baghdad, they were so precise that they hardly killed any civilians. Obviously, we know many civilians in Iraq died, but this gentleman who served for the U.S. Armed Forces, he said in Baghdad itself, not many civilians were killed by American weaponry.
Let me tell you something, Adnan. When you have 2,000 pounds weapon, whether it is like a smart or dumb bomb, and you throw it into a populated area, I mean, the area and the radius of fragmentation and, the explosion can kill everybody. It's nonsense. I mean, when they have used in Jabalia at the beginning of the war, 2,000 pounds, they have killed 116 innocent people. Now, what really kills the Palestinian, it's not only the 2,000 that President Biden, freed this package, but what is killing the Palestinian is the tanks of 120 millimeters of the Merkava. What killing the Palestinian, or this artillery shell, it's like more and more killing by these small weapon. And now the Americans, they have agreed, or the administration notified the Congress about giving Israel $1 billion of new, most of them $700 million for the 120 Merkava round. So this is the main issue. So maybe the Americans can think, no, you don't have to kill them like one package, but kill them by phases and phases. And so far there is like more than 36 innocent people killed in Gaza.
Elias, finally, just away from the military details, to tap into your expertise about geopolitics. So today marks Nakba Day. The world has changed so much since 1948. All Arab countries were united in fighting on behalf of Palestine in 1948, but that cannot happen now, obviously.
I mean, Adnan, they were united at that time, but not as well as good united. You know, I remember, I've read a lot about it. I mean, the whole world is changing. The region is changing, the Arab is changing, and the way of killing the Palestinians is changing. We remember what Sharon, the Unit Commando 101, have done in Dar Yassin and all of that. So it was like separated genocide and, you know, displacing the people to the surrounding countries. Now we are seeing a genocide in like 360 square kilometers in Gaza, and nobody cares, including the Arabs.
Elias, Hanna, thank you so much, Elias. Take care.